G'day and welcome back to our Rhineland block campaign in Hearthstone 4. So we are turning the tables on the Italians right now. See how quickly we can demolish them. When... Alright, we've got a few months. Actually, if we could do these guys in 6 months, we'd be able to be on the border ready for this to become Germany. That could be interesting. Now, there isn't anything stopping him from doing the Anschluss, is there? It's just the number of men in the field, I think. He doesn't have 550k in the field. Nice. So, he can't Anschluss Austria because he's lost 175,000 men. Between the two of them, they've got more than enough, but we can't really tell how much of that's Germany's. What do we see here? Estimated reserve manpower, but not manpower in the field. Okay, well, we'll keep him losing men up there as we do our very best to pull around and take them out. Alright, that's going to be a loss until we can push past. And is it a river crossing from here? Probably would count as one. Alright, so let them just spread out and decide things for themselves. Hang on, that tank's trying to go away. We want him to come around to Genoa, La Spezia, Livorno, basically down the entire coast. We'll see how far he gets. If he can get around to Palermo, it'll be amazing, because they'll have somebody protecting that strait. Alright, our planes aren't enough. He's got bombers, we've got fighters. We just need to shoot them down. Alright, we're going to lose most of our air force in this. Haven't taken Turin. It's actually worth a bit, isn't it? Oh, it's 5. Alright, failing in the mountains. Japanese tank doesn't know where it's supposed to be. Wrong side of the line there, buddy. Alright, it's a little annoying that he's got... Can't remember what division celery is. I think it's mostly tanks, isn't it? Now, the extra research slot, because we don't need the manpower from the other one yet. Alright, and what's Germany's next move? Air innovations. And they're doing their claims in Yugoslavia. Might be at Yugoslavia to join the Comintern out of this. They're non-aligned, aren't they? Yep. Prince Paul, yep. And Japanese are going to do their thing in a second as well. So Germany's done the most. Italy joined Axis was 2. Yeah. Soviets joining the war was 2. Yeah, it's little here, a little there. I'd like it to keep ticking down so we can do things while it's under 25%, but that's not going to happen with Japan around anyway. And we really should be able to kill this guy. There's 4 of them there now, so that won't happen. Alright, concentrated industry. 150 days. Good enough. And, yeah, we need to get rid of disjointed government for the political power. Forgotten about that. Probably should have done that before the research slots. And now we're starting to lose a bit, so we'll hold back. I was expecting to get a lot further than that. Actually losing here. Excuse me? I'm getting pushed out of that province. Alright, they're still trying to do Turin. I do want to win that. Alright, and we'll wrap around here eventually. You know what? If we just focused manually on some provinces in the south, we could just wrap around and kill this giant chunk of his army. Massive encirclement. Alright, Germany still wants to throw his men away. We've lost another 50,000 doing this battle. And that's not looking too bad yet. Alright, we'll sit here for a bit. Do want to take Turin to get up to the river. Yep, these 6 here. Build up our planning bonus, which is incredibly slow. once we're ready on that, maybe push along the river line up to Milan and take this. If Turin's going to fail... don't like what's happening in the northern area of that. Looks like they don't want to attack us anymore. How much land did we take there? Wasn't very much. Used to be able to do this with the naval thing. Where do we have to go now to actually see it? There we go. Went in 2 provinces deep there, but yeah, I was expecting to get most of the way over here before we ran into problems. So, no, 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 but maybe here. This province is just from this one. He's reinforcing past. He's actually going to stay there, is he? Alright, well, these guys don't need entrenchment. They can come through as long as they actually win Turin. Reinforcements come in a little too late. Alright, construction. Not the tanks. The support companies. We want SIGs. And we're actually making some troops now, we are. We'll keep everyone up in the north. Shouldn't that be on 5s? We've actually made one guy too. No, we lost one somewhere. It was 29-31, now it's 30-30. Alright, research the extra slot. So, definitely national mobilisation. Italy's announced their claims on Yugoslavia. It'd be nice if they declared war on them. And now the guarantees can happen between the democracies. And we've got the free slot. Right, got a 50% bonus. It's a hell of a long time away. Probably a lot better things we could spend it on. So, better fighters, air doctrine. Can't really do the land doctrine yet. Because we're still going to have the penalty, aren't we? Maybe. Go for paratroopers. You know what? Yeah, been having fun with paratroopers lately. Let's do that. And Japan declared war on China, so only up to 31. Yeah, Italy actually caused quite a bit of that. Alright. Japan has caused the most tension. And Germany's going army. They're going modernised. They're going ocean-going navy. POMs are doing general rearmament. Getting their toasters out. Civil War's dragging a bit. Well, if we can kick out Italy and Germany, then we don't care which side wins this. Only problem's really going to be if they join the Axis while we're still at war. And it looks like Italy's actually building up his troops. And I would say that's a tank shortage. Oh yeah, it is. This is set properly though, so... Alright, guess we just need to produce a lot more tanks. Which we are going to try and do now. Alright, and then the motorised... We'll actually need support equipment before we need motorised. Alright, let's just do 5 more of them. Okay, we're going to need towed artillery as well. Okay. Well, the artillery's not too bad. And the Chinese United Front shall form. Now, we're all good on infantry equipment. Motorised, not too bad. Artillery should be fine. It's a month. So, yeah, just tank issue these days. And it's good that he's attacking us across the river in some cases. Because as soon as these two are done, we're going to counterattack here. Alright, get through to Genoa. Alright, Yugoslavians, yeah, well, we're not producing anything, so we can sell our stuff to them. Fighters or bombers? We had our fighters, you can have them. Alright, as soon as this battle here is won, I'm going to try and run up through Milan. Losing our organisation sitting there. How horrible those tanks are, we're going to lose those divisions. Alright, he's going to keep trying. We're actually failing down there. Alright, screw you, buddy. We are going up with half the men to Milan. And then 2 a little further, get across the river on the other side. Yeah, not looking promising, which is a little surprising. Yeah, massive defense. Entrenchment and experience. Giovanni Messi. We can keep defending well. We're just horrible at the offense. Alright, forget that. Keep holding out. And we are ridiculously weak in the Alps. Let's get these guys back up here. They can just defend against the Germans. Going to lose guys to attrition down here then. Well, their losses are mounting. Nearly 9 times ours. If we hadn't been attacking them at all, it would be like 900,000 to 0. And we outdo Italy, the Soviets outdo Germany. So it's not too bad. It's ridiculous just for the tiny bit of bombing they're doing. They really got to turn down the participation from bombing. And looks like, without the tank, we might be able to do something here. Even walking through there, maybe. Yeah, we're looking good for a counter-offensive on most of this. Alright, this will be a river crossing, but if we widen the line, might help them out. And Hotchkiss. Good, gives us the breakthrough advantage. And nothing else there, actually. No, we won't worry about Marines for the invasion of the UK. So that's 39 tech. No, 38 tech we're doing. It's a bit too early for these, but it is a factory output boost. So let's go with the concentrate industry now. And this is still going to be a failure. Stop and restart should make it a little easier. And mobilization, good. So, don't want to create our own factions, we want to head through civilian factories, military factories. And we're going to switch these guys out for carefully executing. Let's get them to try that when we don't see that we can do stuff. Going to keep holding off on the Germans until Italy's out. The best defensive position where they are. Don't want to get screwed by Germany when we're not watching. Alright, this is going to fail. It's because we're not seeing the guys that are attacking him. Give it a go. So we're getting into the 70s. And I think counteroffensive through here now might work. Just their numbers. They're incredibly weak, but they do still have numbers there in the hills, and I reckon that one's plains. Mountains are... Ooh. Bougez-vous. Alright, while they're weak, we'll try and do it. Now, we could grab... cavalry expert. We want just a general, all-around guy, which France don't get. Okay. Army offense. We need the aggressive focus. The specialist isn't worth it. We need to go for the expert. Division speed's only 5%, so no, they're not worth it either. We could grab... Now that we're getting decent political power, actually, the first thing we needed was Jacques Duclos. No, he's the backstabber. The silent workhorse, Gaston Henriet. Okay. Gives an extra 0.3 per day, so that's all good. We took one more province, and we're about to get kicked out of it. Reinforcements there in time. That's a failure because he's got 6 extra guys there. We are kind of crushing them still. He's lost 600,000. Yeah, look, his fielded manpower is just horrible. What is our specific... Where do we find this? In this one. Our fielded manpower is 500,000 when we get the guys in there. We got the extra 1% too. So, yeah, we've got 500,000 in the field. Them combined have more than us. Which is why we need to keep being careful for a while longer. And doing this one ahead of time. It's 39, it's already March, but need to start building it soon. Should have a surplus. 2,000. Now, the tanks are our biggest issue. It's still 400 days out. Spoon factories could have done with a few more. Resources. Should we be asking for oil? You know what, just get more from the US. With one more factory's worth. Alright. I mean, they're all weak. It's all about the numbers. Even on cautious, they're thinking they can do it. Saying they're stronger than us, let's just hold them back for a bit. Get the planning bonus back again. Alright, and the Germans are still attacking. It's good. Not going to be able to handle anything into the Maginot. And they are starting to weaken, same as the Italians did. That's all good. Now it's 38, which yeah, they haven't been able to do the Anschluss, which means they can't do the Sudetenland or anything else as well. Can't even do Memel. So as long as Germany don't get 550,000 manpower in the field, which I don't really see happening. They have plenty of manpower, but yeah, they don't have the infantry equipment, I imagine is the problem there, since it's infantry. Now, that is a level 3 fort. It's across the river, so as weak as he is there, I don't think we want to try that. You'll be entrenched. And we could test this with 3 guys. If we can hold a level 3 fort. Start sitting on the Siegfried line instead of the Maginot. Be a little dangerous, and we're not really ready for it, but we'll test it out in one province. Yeah, they're not liking it. Alright, computing machine. Let's go decryption. Combat bonus. And they are incredibly weak, except for this guy protecting... Is that Genoa? Alright, still want to get an encirclement somewhere. I guess we could try punching through somewhere here and wrap around to La Spezia. 5 guys there on 16%. No, you would come through Milan down to there and then to La Spezia. See how far they get, if they can get through the first province. You know what? While they're trying that, shouldn't be a river crossing there, wraps around this way. Yep, they're failures. So give them some help when they arrive. And Nanjing's fallen already. Alright. And we're done with Algeria and France. So colonial industry gives us the civilian factories we almost desperately need. Can't believe they're holding on so well. Guess we should try and pull the mountaineers up there to do that. Alright, there's another mountaineer here. That is plains, so I guess that's an obvious place for the mountaineer to attack. Yeah, no, they're just too entrenched. But just cut these guys off and then do it. Take longer to get around, so we won't be able to encircle all of them, but yeah, see how it goes. Alright, and whenever we have... Yeah. Wow, it's still only 100 days worth. That's all good. We got no chance of getting into Milan across the river. We should be able to do that. Let's attack them. Alright, diverted fighter production is done. Is that 6 months? Alright, they're not ready to be attacked. They're attacking us from Milan, that's good. We still want to push through this way, but there's only 2 of them there. Let's just grab, say, half of this lot. Attack this province. Try and encircle them if we can get through to there. Leave him behind, just take these guys. That one further on. Encircle him and get a little bit further around Genoa. There's a failure because of the river crossing. We really need to push up this way. So, Mountaineers are going to come over a province and push up. We need them to get in first. You're not supposed to move, you're supposed to help. Alright, that's good. So, research. Did SIGs, let's go with maintenance. Get our usual group of support companies, speaking of which. That is half our army. Can we throw in recon, engineers, and SIGs? Infantry equipment, support equipment, motorized. Yep, we'll do it now though anyway. And everybody's losing. Everybody stopped. Alright, so we still have to do a bit of defensive work. Now as the Germans are looking nice and weak. Kind of wavering, but it does say we're stronger. Particularly down here. 3 guys there still. Oh, paratroopers. They'll come in handy later on. I'm working on that. And 39 is, I'm thinking, close enough. We want the construction speed next. Alright, you just still need a lot more tanks. Yeah, that shouldn't matter. It should just be the boats that are short. Yep, still got enough for the motorized. Alright, 3 months out. Artillery is going to be a bit of a problem. Motorized is a problem. Support equipment's a problem. And light tanks are a problem. So we've got infantry equipment, and that's about it. But that'll be a problem soon, because we're going to have to switch the production line over to infantry equipment 2. Alright, next government notification. I was thinking of the backroom backstabber for the extra 5% political power gain, but that's probably not worth it. Let's just go... No, we need to wait for the army offense. Reduce our attrition. Special forces. Yeah, I'm going to grab him now because we're going to want to make some of these guys. I'm going to edit them first though. We got paratroopers, paratroopers, paratroopers. Let's go up to 10 combat width. Well, let's go to 20 combat width because they're probably going to be stuck behind the lines for quite some time. They'll need to be able to defend themselves. So, particularly with engineers, we'll add everything else later on. But for now, I'm going to train just the once. Apparently only 16 of them. I want to go up to 24. And manpower's 200,000. That's good enough. A little too strong to attack into. I think we just need to push these guys back. Not going to be able to encircle them easily because there's only one province we can attack this one from. And if they can't even handle that, because it's in the mountains, then let's keep holding back. Counteroffensive onto this guy though. That's keeping them busy. If we grab these other guys, get busy on them. It's reinforcing from the north. It's not going to work, but it'll hold them off from here, so at least we can do that. Alright, now, Mountaineers, and them, and them. As these reinforcements come in. Alright, colonial industry, colonial military factories, and these two trying their best. What's their average at the moment? 8%. And he's bringing in another few in 12 hours. Why is that such a failure? Alright, hold them back. This is going to be too well entrenched in the mountains up there. And didn't we already lose the thing on the Yugoslavian aircraft? Fine. Looks like we should be able to get this. And they're actually moving, which is awesome. As we keep getting to try moving on further. Particularly over here as soon as they stop. If we grabbed everybody to attack that, we should be able to push through because none of them will have organisation. Speaking of which, we want to run all the way around to La Spezia if possible. Cool. Well, we can take a short break here. When we come back, we will continue letting the Germans attack us and lose all of their men, and keep working slowly on Italy. So, thanks for watching, hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you again soon. See you later.